So I've been using my Insta360 One X for about 2 weeks now, and I am just loving it. I'm going to share some of the clips that I've gotten with it. It is so much fun to use and so much fun to edit, and you just get some really cool shots with it that you wouldn't otherwise get.
One of the coolest features of this camera is the invisible selfie stick that you can use with it, which eliminates itself in the app. So when you go through and you're editing, the stick is completely gone and you can get some really cool footage of yourself and of others, and it just looks like the camera's floating. And if you're at all interested in real estate, you can now use the One X with Matterport software and do some really cool 3D real estate tours.
So one of the things that I really love about this camera is the fact that you can edit and choose where the camera is facing afterwards. So you can actually go through and make decisions about what you want to look at, what you want to watch. And it's been lots of fun, especially with my dog. If I was to film her on a regular smartphone, if she's running by, I would have to pan really quick with my body, with my hand. But with this, I literally just hold it, and then afterwards I can smart track her all the way from start to finish and keep her in the frame. There's been many times that I've tried this with a regular camera and missed some of what was going on because I was either moving too fast or not fast enough. So that's definitely a perk about using a 360-degree camera, is you get to choose what you want to look at afterwards, which can be lots of fun. One of the big downsides, I think, is the file sizes. Once you're downloading them off the app and starting to edit them, the file sizes on the app are huge. So they've been taking up a ton of space on my phone. And if you're anything like me, your phone is constantly out of space, and it is constantly reminding you that you are out of space. So that's the only thing that I've noticed, is I have to delete some of the old stuff as I'm importing new things. Otherwise, my phone just doesn't have enough room for it. But otherwise, it has been lots of fun, and I look forward to working more on this.
So at a distance, it does a really good job of making sure all the footage is stitched together nicely. But if you're filming nice and close and you're using the edge in between the two lenses, you can see here that you really get a good look at that stitch line. So just keep an eye on that if you're filming close to your subject. So yes, the files are pretty large, but you are filming 360 degrees at 5.7K, which allows you to crop and edit at 16:9, and then you can export it and it's still 1080p. So that's a nice high resolution film. So once you're connected to the camera's Wi-Fi, you can open up the app and you can actually get a live preview of what the camera is seeing, which is definitely not necessary because it does capture all 360 degrees. It's easy afterwards to go in and edit what you like, but you can go through and you can take a peek at what it looks like. So when you're shooting at 5.7K, you have the choice between 30, 25, or 24 frames per second. If you want to film some slow motion footage, you can do 50 frames per second at 4K or 100 frames per second at 3K, but that is all 360 degrees, so you do have to take into consideration the lower resolution once you've cropped it down to 16:9 or whatever ratio you would like. And once you're done downloading, you can go through and you can start editing what you want to be facing in your camera. You can set different tracking points, or you can set different camera angles, and you can decide how you want this footage to come out looking. And once you're done setting all of your points, you can always go back in and delete them and edit them and redo it, so you can get multiple different angles off of one single set of footage. You can also control the speed through the app, so you can go through and you can select how fast you want to speed things up, and you can even do a 16 times hyperlapse feature, and then you just scroll through to select what you want sped up. And the one downside is it doesn't really show you the proper speed in the app, so you actually have to export it in order to see the final speed.